institutional accreditation, not for the courses. It is a major difference between NBA and NAC. So, if anybody from accredited college, how many of you are from accredited college? Almost all. Almost all. How many are from NBA institution, accredited institution? Majority is NBA. NAC. ரெண்டு பேர் என்னோட ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி இருக்காங்க. One more, this side. அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் கற்பகம் காலேஜ். Muniraja, very good. Okay. So I am proud to say that we are the first college affiliated to MGR Medical University having both the accreditation, NBA and NAC accreditation. After us, recently JKK Nataraja got it. Very soon your ERODE College of Pharmacy also will get the NAC accreditations. So when you all having experience, I don't want to go for much about the importance of the accreditation. I want to go for the process of the accreditation process. So for simple questions for NBA, so how many years document we have to present for National Board of Accreditation? How many years documents we have to? 5 years. NBA, I'm asking about NBA. Huh? Very good, very good. So last, whenever we go for accreditation, we have to present all our parameters. So 3 years documents we have to prepare. That is also a particular course. However, B form we have to apply, then I have to apply only for the B form. Okay. But in case of NAC accreditation, we have to go for the 5 years documentation. 5 years documentations. So the difference between documentation processes, for NBA, you have to apply to a board, then when the committee is coming, you have to show all the documents. You have to show the evidence. But NAC, you have to submit all the evidence. They will send to the outsourcers. Outsourcers will check everything before visiting to our institution. That's a major difference between NBA and NAC. If any difference is there, for example, you showed any placement detail for any like micro labs where students got placement, they will send the letter to the micro lab. They will confirm the genuinity, whether the candidate got placement and they are working in the institution. They will confirm the genuinity. If any genuinity, they will back to the institution. Okay. Once again, they will get confirmed, and almost 70% of the process are completed. 70% of the process are completed outside the institution. Only 30% of the evaluation is happened during the 2 days in the expert visit. But in case of NBA, 100% process is evaluated peer team visit. This is a major difference. We'll go one by one. So NBA, you know, what are the criteria we have to என்னாச்சு ஓப்பன் ஆகலையா பாருங்க, இல்லைன்னா மெயில் கூட எடுத்துக்கலாம். So you know there are 9 criteria are there. So உங்களுக்கு almost my previous session took long time, I think 2.5 hours. So I try to concise it. Okay, whenever you feel, sir, it's okay, then I will stop it. Okay, so I'll try to concise as much as possible. Because I want to give importance for only the teaching learning process rather than other process. So for NBA, you know, many people are thought, sir, we need more research fund and more publications and more consultancy. Then only it is possible. When you see the ratio, mark ratio, because you know, I don't know how many have got exposure of all the criteria. Because when in my college I give individual department one criteria, but at the same time I'm not restricting. So if you have interest, you interact with the other criteria people also, you will come to know what is the இருந்தால் கொடுத்துருங்க, ஸ்லைட் மூவ் இருந்தால் கொடுத்துருங்க. இருந்தால் பரவாயில்ல, நீங்கள் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஆகலையே, ஓகே. மூவ் பண்ணிடுங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் இல்லை சொல்லிட்டாங்களா? நெக்ஸ்ட் 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 yeah, this is a previous. Next slide. So this is a whole process of NBA, and also you know very well. So the basic thing is the minimum 3 criteria. One is the admission pattern. Okay, at least minimum 50% admission last. What are the academic year we are planning? The 3 years admission, the minimum admission is 50%, and placement and faculty ratio. So faculty ratio earlier also the NBA announced 1:20. So now recently PCA also reduced instead of 1:15, 1:20. But NBA earlier their norms also 1:20 for 20 students, 1 faculty ratio, and placement also 50%. This is a minimum criteria. If you have 3 years, then only we are eligible for apply. Eligible for apply. That is a pre-qualifiers. You have to, I don't, many of you are not aware, only principals and NBA coordinator are aware. So you have to apply this. Once you get qualified, then only we can apply the SAR, that is a self-assessment report. After that, they will come for the visit. This is the main 3 process. That is a pre-assessment stage, and post-assessment stage. This is the total process takes place during NBA accreditations. Next. So they, for NBA, first they look what the approval we are having, the 3 academic years without any deficiency. The institution is having approval, PCA or AICT approval. Now there is no AICT, so we must have PCA approval and the affiliating university approval. Then 50% admissions, as ladies, then 1:20 ratio, and at least one professor and one associate professor in the each department. We are not going for the PG level, only undergraduate level. Almost all the colleges are having these norms. For PG, we don't have the accreditation for NBA. Only undergraduate currently we are having. Earlier we had accreditation for PG also, but now there is no accreditation for postgraduate. Only undergraduate is there. Next. Yeah, so there are 2 major. One is the institutional information. The second one is the criteria summary. Next. I hope you all aware what is the split up of criteria weightage. This first one is the vision, mission, and the POs. It's a 50 marks. Then program, curriculum and teaching learning process 150, and course outcomes and program outcomes 100 marks, and student performance 180, faculty information and their contribution 175, and facilities, that is the infrastructure facilities 120, and continuous improvement 75. And the institution level, that is student support systems 50 marks, and finally the governance, institutional support and financial resources 100. Altogether 1000 marks for NBA. Okay. Next. So when we got NBA, we completed second cycle. So we got NBA in 2020. We started that process in 2018. 2018, I put proposal to the management. That is also a story. Whenever we go for accreditation or any next level, when I went to USA for clinical training, 45 days, it is sponsored by International Pharmaceutical Federation. So I met the dean. That is 110 years old university. It is a Colorado University. The pharmacy college also established 110 years before. That is in 2018. I interacted with him, so I want to have MOU for sending my PharmD students for their internship. Then you need to have your national level accreditation for submission of our MOU. Then only you are eligible. So I said, sir, our management is 20 years old and we have deemed university. We have almost 20,000 students in our group of institution. He said, no, that's not mandatory. Minimum mandatory is your college must have accreditation, national accreditation of your national accreditation. Then only you are eligible to apply, or we will receive your MOU applications. So that is a thought I came back, and then I interacted with the management. I said, sir, we need to have NBA accreditation. Then they said, okay, go ahead. That time, none of the colleges are having NBA accreditation in our region, except Vivekananda College of Pharmacy. We all, ECP, Nataraja, we all at that time only we are preparing. We didn't apply, we are preparing that time. So again, when we interact with all faculty members, first meeting itself, all the faculty said, sir, no, this is very tough because we know JSS people did. So the accreditation are very, like people say, it's a donkey work, we have to put many paperworks. So please avoid, sir. So I asked my management also, sir, this is a feedback I got from faculty. So he said, our management son, he was the responsible for this accreditation process. He said, sir, you apply. I am not forcing you to get the approval, accreditations. You apply, we'll see. Whether you get or you not get, no problem. But you just challenge the process. That is the freedom I got it. So we applied. I interacted with all my faculty. Again, the same thing. And management also came and interacted with all the faculties just to prepare the documents. We are not applying immediately. This only start as principal said, it's a starting process. You start the process. It means you don't need to prepare any new documents. You have to compile the documents. For example, if you are going for laboratory, taking practical class, I don't know how many of you are having lab manuals. Okay, even 20 years, 15 years faculty also, whenever they want to go for practicals, one day before again they have to prepare, or they keep on changing the order of the experiments. Okay, so even several years experienced faculty also do this mistake. But there's a proper system is, you need to have the lab manual. Okay, for a semester one pattern subject now, you need to have 12 or 15 experiments, lab manual. That is a standard one. You cannot change it. When the faculty change, the order should not be changed. Okay, that is a system we have to maintain. So that is a motto of all accreditation process. Okay, if you have a lab manual, if the faculty is not available, another faculty will go and teach the students. Okay, no need to again refer any principle or procedure, no need. So it's a well standardized procedures. And that lab itself, you have to display what are the experiments that throughout year you are conducting. I hope almost we all NBA accredited college, now we are having this system. Each lab, we are having what are the experiments you are conducting. That is a standard. That is the difference between accredited and non-accredited colleges. Many colleges, they are not bothered about what is the order, or depends on the faculty. Any new faculty comes, they demonstrate as per their view, not as per procedure, as per standard. So what is the output then? Ultimately, students will get suffer. Then quality will reduce. Okay, when we go this process, always we have standard procedure, and it is easy to follow all the new faculties. Once procedure is there, it's no difficulty for you. So easily you can follow, and students will get benefit, and year by year, the quality will increase. Whenever we have one manual, one laboratory, then faculty responsibility, you have to go through it when you go for any demonstration. Then any mistakes, any further improvement, we can suggest. Then next edition, it will be improved. So like this, every year that manual improve. Then when we see the manual itself, we will assess whether they have done this excellent, consistent improvement. Not once we prepare, we cannot keep it like that. So that year by year, we have to improve the system. That and all impact of the accreditations. Previous slide, just I'll go very fast. This, for example, simple example, for vision mission we are having our institutions. For vision mission, what are the works, background work is, vision mission, you cannot go for just like that. Okay, for vision mission, you have to prepare 5 or 6 different vision and mission. Then you have to pass all the stakeholders, students, even parents, alumni, or industries where our students are working. Then you have to get the opinion. Then in the governing council, you have to finalize the vision mission. That process you have to show. So only we are saying I am having the vision, then they will not accept. So you have to show what is the process you did for designing your vision, and how you are working towards achieving your vision. That process you have to show. Then only they will accept. Okay. And you know, even everywhere the POs are available. POs are available. So that we have to design. Program outcome is different. That is fixed by the NBA. That 11 program outcome is fixed. We cannot change institution-wise. That is fixed by NBA. But POs we can change it. As per your vision, we can change it. Then indicate whether the vision, mission, PO published in among stakeholders. That how you are published, how you are conveyed to the different stakeholders. That we have to show the proof and state the process for defining the vision, mission of the department and POs. We don't keep department-wise because we have only one course now. The college one vision is more than enough. And establish consistency of the POs with mission of the institutions. So we have to explain what is the process we are taking to achieving our mission and how we are disseminating the vision mission throughout the academic year 4 years. Like for example, even our lab manual we used to display the last page. And whenever we present any lecture also, we keep on our vision mission of the institutions. Because students must aware, our students must aware about what is the vision and mission of the institutions. Next. So this is very important criteria. You all, I think, you have come across with all the process. That is a program, curriculum, and teaching, learning process. So the main objective of this criteria, whether you have methodology for delivering your lecture to the students, what methodology you are following, and how you are assessing the your classes. So how you are identifying the slow learners, and what lacuna you are finding in the syllabus. For and what lacuna means we can identify the lacuna in the syllabus itself. For full rectifying that lacuna, how many outsourced resources we are invited, we are given opportunity to interact with the students. This all will be assessed, and how you are assessing the slow learners and what is the remedial you have taken for improving their ability. At the same time, for bright students, what steps you have taken for their further achievement. This all you have to explain. Here, initiative in teaching and learning process, there are, these are the subdivision. I put the mark each parameters, use of various instructional method and pedagogical initiatives. Even we maintain, I don't know how many colleges they are maintaining, they are asking you to maintain. Whenever you take any classes, you need to keep your course material. Because people say, I have e-books, I put in the group or WhatsApp group, students will take printout. Okay, that is okay. But whether you have prepared your own notes, wherever you felt it is very tough for students, particularly for chemistry or pharmacology. So we felt many times students don't refer proper books. For example, in my subject biotechnology, there is no concise books for all the syllabuses. So we have to refer different books. Technology one book, recombinant DNA one book, and basic microbiology one book. So you have to ask Pelser also, Anandanaran also, Stanbury also, so Casida, like this many books they have to refer. So if possible, you have to compile all the materials for benefit of the students. Then you have to keep in the course materials. That will give more weightage for securing marks in the teaching learning process in the first process, various instructional methods. And the methodology to support weak students and encourage the best. So that is a individual faculty, you have to work in your subjects. Many of the times, weak students means people are saying only the marks based on the class. That when either first sessional or second sessional. When you identify the students in the second sessional, then after second sessional, they will go for the university examination. Nothing will happen. If you took any remedial also, even first session also almost 50% is over. Then how will you identify? Class test, okay. Then any other parameter? Practical, okay. So for class test, for first year students, I agree. First year students, when they came, so class test or first semester exam, then you will identify. Okay. So this, what we following the system, this is a mentoring system. Mentoring systems, mentors. So for 20 students, one faculty mentors. They know what is the performance in the first semester. Okay, only first semester we can take like experimental. Okay, but end of the first semester, you will come to know whether the students is bright, average, or poor. Then when commencement of the next semester itself, you start the students. We start monitoring the students. What is the methodology? Either a class test or a assessment test, weekly test. So like this, we can have the methodology. That is our own methodology. It is not defined in the NBA or any other programs. So you have to make your own methodology to make that student go for the better performance. So as our Sambat sir said, almost all are familiar with the NBA. You go give importance for NAC. So if you have any doubts in this other criteria, I will explain. Otherwise, I will move to the NAC. Next slide, please. This is again quality of the internal semester question paper. You know, vetting process you have to go. So after vetting process only, your question paper will be finalized. Because this all designing when again with cooperation of all the faculties. Many colleges they used to fight. I am taking subject, I am preparing question paper. Who is another person to vetting my question paper? Okay, so there is a process. But you have to allow your senior person to go through your question paper. Any correction is there that you have to rectify, you have to change it. Then quality of the student projects also. Many projects, particularly undergraduate projects, we perform only the 6 months. Okay, it is not restricted to start project work even third year itself. Even commencement of the 5th semester, you can start your project work, or 6th semester, or 7th semester. Nothing wrong. Okay, we all know, academician, we know, within 6 months, nothing can be done. Only we can design the title, or do some literature work, and do some manipulation and submit the project. This is only possible 6 months. You all know very well, because you have done M.Pharmacy, and many of you have done PhD also. But this is only possible within 6 months. And 6 months, they have to concentrate their internal exam, project work, many. So start. So again, this initiative related to the industry interaction and hospital interactions. Okay, next. Okay. So I gave one example also previously. This I know you all very well about COPO matrix also, how we are justifying the matrix. Next. This, okay, next. Next. Previously. This is criteria 4 previously. This is I think the highest mark, 180 marks, students' performance, but we cannot do anything. Only based on their result, you have to compile this data, their enrollment ratio and result, university results, you have to compile this. Next. But when we analyze this result analysis, definitely improvement will be there. We will find out easily which subject there are more failures are there. Then we will find again from the feedback, we will find out what is the lack now, what is the causes for the more failures. Then according to that, if you work, change the system, definitely result will improve. Next. So this is totally your contributions, faculty contributions, and the criteria 5. It's almost 1 student faculty ratio, the principal responsibility, gather ratio also. Next. So here the 5th point, innovations by the faculty in teaching and learning. So innovations is many of you are thinking, so only project innovations. Project, even practical demonstration, you can make innovations. Practical demonstration, many times we are depending on only the board demonstrations. But we can have many things, models or any video demonstration. I don't know how many of you are doing this during your practical demonstration, because we are taking very lightly for practical, conducting the practical classes. But it's more important when you have out of the 3 hours, have 15 minutes or 20 minutes, only proper demonstration to the students. Students will be benefited a lot. Many times people, for young students, don't mistake me. So I observed in my college also, many times even students allowed to dictate the things, and within 5 minutes they will wind up the demonstrations. Only they are particular about what experiment they are doing, then finally they used to get the signature. That's all. The scenario of the conducting the practicals. But the 3 hours, you see, weekly 3 hours for 5 classes, almost 15 hours students are allotted for you. So that is your responsibility, how you are motivating the students, how you are extracting the students, how you are inculcating your systems to improve their performance. Because rather than theory classes, the 3 hours, only your control. Okay, whether you have any innovations, whether you have any systems after the practicals, any Viva performance is there. It is there in PCA norms, it is there. Each practical, you have to evaluate, you have to conduct Viva, you have to split up the marks. For 10 marks, you need to have each experiment. But I don't know how many of you are doing each experiments. Not only final, we are planning the total marks. But that and all we have to do, we have to perform, we have to keep the evidence for the accreditation process. And again, faculty as participants in FDP. That's what FDP, it's a minimum 2 FDP in each academic year. Accreditation are expecting. We each have 36 faculty. Each faculty, if they are having 2 FDP participation, will get the 100% marks. And also, the purpose is to enrich the process, enrich the knowledge, and enrich the latest emerging trends. And when you attend the FDP, then that will pass to all the students. That is the purpose of FDP. Next. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி வாங்க முன்னாடி. So again, the R&D, consultancy, the NAC, MBA is having very minimum marks, not majority of them. Only minimum marks is there, but it's very difficult to get 100% on these portions. If you have more than 5 lakhs fund, then only we'll score minimum marks. If you have more than 25 lakhs fund, it is possible. But nowadays, getting fund from government entities is very, very tough. Very, very tough. I don't know how many of you have applied. At least if you apply, you will get the experience, how to prepare the proposals. Okay, so sometimes government open for granting fund. Now PC is working, I think. So then you will get the funds. Once you get the funds for 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs, then you will have more freedom in your academic environment. The management or principals will reduce your class workload and they encourage to go for the research area. Then consultancy also, that is up to you. So based on your contacts, you can get the samples from outside. You can perform animal studies or microbial studies or formulation studies. That will lead to more consultancy part. Next. Then faculty performance appraisal and development system. This is it plays 20 marks for each semester. You have to get the appraisal from the student in terms of faculty, in terms of facilities, infrastructures. This is only facilities, infrastructure. Next. Then this is a continuous improvement. What are parameter we have discussed? We have to assess each parameter. That improvement is there for 3 academic year. We have to show. We have to present 3 academic year. What is the improvement? For example, enrollment of students ratio, then faculty ratio, and the results. And for all the parameters, we have to show whether it is a progress is there. Next. Next one. Yeah. So now we'll move to NAC accreditation. As I said earlier, so totally both are different bodies. Both are in our central government, but both are different bodies. but NBA come for only the particular course, but NAC come for the institution. Or whatever course you are running, they will assess all the parameters. Either you are having diploma, degree, master degree, integrated PG or doctorate degree, they will assess all the courses. But again, thing is, for NAC assessment, we have to prepare all the documents well advance. If I want to apply NAC, I have to start process in the 5 years before. So they are insisting that is a IQS, internal quality assurance, that is a mandatory. For NAC, it's NBA, it is not mandatory, but NAC it is mandatory. Internal quality assurance we need to have. Once NAC accreditation we got it, every 6 months we have to send the progress report to the NAC. Every 6 months. But whereas in NBA there is no progress report. Only after 3 years again we have to apply. Then they will come for second cycle. After 3 years they will come for another next cycle. Like this they will go. But NAC, there is a consistent assessment will be there. Every 6 months the IQAC they have to submit the report. But then they have to process throughout the year. The internal quality assurance, the faculty members, they will assess throughout the year all the parameters. Here, as I said, NAC also, again, when we submit all the documents, they will send to the concerned bodies and placement or university, wherever, they will give to the outsourced people, anything. They will send to the assess all the documents. If any deficiency, any lack, any fake document is there, again, they will revert institution. So whatever document you have showed, we did not get the response to the concerned body. It's a fake document. Then you have to give the justification explanation. Once explanation is clear, then only they will come for the visit. So 70% of the evaluation process completed before coming visit. So only 30% of the process will be completed during the 2 days visit by the expert members. Always for assessment, always university vice chancellor, vice chancellor, they used to come. They are well versed with all the process because they used to attend all the workshop also conducted by NAC, how to evaluate everything. And it is an easy process. They will not torture, they will not give any single percentage stress to the principal or faculty members. So they will ditto follow whatever instruction given by the NAC. So whether you are having or not, that's all. They will not ask why you don't have, they will not ask. Okay, if you are having, they will write, okay, they are having, that's all. They are not having, that's all. So like our university people will come for inspection. Why? Inge label ningu matla, adha matla, abdin question பண்ணுவாங்க. But not like that. So their responsibility is whether the institutions are having or not, that they have to assess. They are coming for assessor, that's all. Okay, so because one incident happened in my college also, when they enter into the chemistry lab, we always have exhaust fan always, but our bad luck, when they asked to switch on the exhaust fan, it's not working. That's not working. Then that faculty, HOD also got nervous because management people also there along with team people. They said, okay, no issue, you are having exhaust fan, okay, they went out. When we round all the laboratory, when we came back, again the HOD came, sir, exhaust fan is working, you come and see. They told, no, we already saw, we have exhaust fan, our duty is not again recheck the things. When we come, whether it is there or not, we know. When we round your whole colleges, we know whether you are having the system or not. So don't worry, so you just carry on. Because we always nervous now, fear, when people are coming for inspection or this accreditation process, but it's not like that. So it's like your rumor or people are having the wrong concept. When they are coming, they are well matured peoples because they have many workshop and they know what is the system they have to follow in the institution for the assessment. So NAC also, it is a separate body. It is also constituted by HRD. Next. These are the criteria. You see almost similar to the NBA. The first is a curricular aspects, and then second one is the teaching, learning and evaluation process. There is 280. And then criteria 3, research, innovation and extension. And criteria 4, infrastructure and learning process. And 5, student support and process. And 6, governance, leadership and management. And institutional values and best practices. So I will explain what are the things are not available in NBA. Almost when you go through this, you will come to know, okay, how it is similar to the NBA process. Okay. For curricular aspects, So curricular planning and implementation. So we don't have much role because that syllabus, everything is designed by the PCI and implemented through university. We don't have any curricular planning. But implementation, we have to show the proof, how we are delivering lectures, how we are implementing for whole semester process. And then academic flexibility, we have to show as per academic calendar, how we executed the classes. Because our university, they don't give any academic calendar. Academic calendar, we have to frame, we have to follow. Now after COVID, how irregular our academic calendar is there. Right now we are having 23, 24 batch also, 24, 25 batch also in our college. So we have to show what is the, means their expectation is 45 hours whether you met during your semester completion, or 100 working days you met. That's all their expectation. Then curriculum enrichment and feedback system. This feedback system as per our NBA, curriculum enrichment. What are the unique things you did in your system? For example, even project, when we start in the 5th sense, it gives more values. It gives more values. Because as per our curriculum, as per our system, you have to follow, you have to start only in the beginning of the 8th semester. Okay, but when you saw in the 5th semester itself, we have started our project work, then because you have to show the proof. Okay, if you can say even second semester also we started, but we have to show the proof. Proof means publications. Okay, so that is a proof, that is the outcome. Okay, whereas otherwise logbook, everything, they know this all can be manipulated easily. Okay, go through the record, they will come to know easily. But you have to show the real outcome. Otherwise, if you have proper mail system or proper review system, every 2 months or every 3 months, the project work is evaluated based on the research advisory committee. If you have minutes, they will accept. Next. Again, this all like NBA only, students enrollment and their profile and catering students diversity, means they are looking community-wise how the students process, teaching, learning process, teacher profile and quality, evaluation process, students performance and learning outcome, student satisfactory survey. This is almost similar to the NBA. Okay, there is no difference here. So here, so here on students' performance and learning outcome also, here one thing is NAC expecting whether you are conducting the value-added courses, whereas in NBA it is not there. There is no value-added courses. There is no weightage for value-added courses. But here, the value-added courses, they are asking last 5 years. Value-added courses means you conduct minimum 30 hours course. 30 hours course means one semester, 30 hours you have to conduct apart from your regular curriculum. But the syllabus you have framed, which should not be available in our syllabus. For example, for AA, you take AA, it is not there in our syllabus. That you can introduce. You can introduce wherever you have to find out whether in the first semester or second semester or third semester, you have to find out. Or pharmacovigilance you can introduce. Or that we need to have the team to evaluate the topic of the value-added courses. And at least one semester you have to introduce one value-added courses. So that we are following, but initially students will not accept, they will not cooperate. But once you start forcing students, once they enjoy the content, what they are getting from the value-added courses, definitely they will respond. Okay, this is not included in the university examination marks and all, but it is only purely for their benefit. That you have to convey to the students for their benefit. Otherwise, you give chance to students also. Ask them to give the title. For example, first year students, you can ask, they are having the communication skills. Okay, so communication skills only in the first semester, right? But it is not sufficient. You don't know, after first semester, you ask any second semester students, how many students are able to prepare PPT, to give presentation for 30 minutes, few students will come forward. Okay, then you can make one validated course in semester. And not only academic part, you can go for yoga. Till then, we have to follow the same syllabus. But our courses, find out what are the lack now, we are having the syllabus. There is no restriction. So you can add the value-added courses that will give more importance and more output for the value-added courses that will give more importance and more output for the students. Importance and more output for the students. So here, the research, innovation and extensions. Here again, the rumor is the research means we have to go for only the funding. After getting funding only, we will get the more marks. As I said, even your innovations, you keep models in your laboratory. So even for 3 years before you did that model, you are displaying in your laboratory or museum, that will give weightage. They will assess. Whenever they enter into the laboratory, they will see what our models you are displaying. So they ask which year, but everything they will note. So because they are responsible to assess 5 years process. They are responsible to assess 5 years process. 5 years process means we keep always assess 5 years process. 5 years process means we keep always that 5 years process means we keep always that title of the experiments. That title of the experiments conducted. Okay, that is a title you planned, but during the experiment or after the experiment, any innovation you got it or product development you got it, that you have to display in the laboratory or department-wise museum, that will give weightage. So rest of the things, publications, awards, extension activities, collaborations. Collaboration also, it is a student, faculty members, you have to play a major role. Collaboration means not only the associate professor or principal, okay, everyone, even fresh graduate, whenever you go for any seminars or conferences, the speakers, you are having opportunity, platform to interact with the speakers, not only asking the question of the presentation. You go through their profile, whether it is related to with your area, then you keep giving mail to them. They will respond. Then you just start talking, sir, I want to visit your laboratory, they will allow. Okay, nothing will come to you blindly. You have to approach. When I applied FIP, people said I am basically biotechnology, but I am not related to the clinical pharmacy. But I am more, when I started PharmD courses, when I went to hospital, I felt there are resistant antimicrobial prescription patterns are totally wrong. So I want to go for implementation of the restriction of the usage of antibiotic. So I thought, okay, because I don't know any experience, and on our medical college also versed with this antibiotic stewardship program. Then I approached the people, they said you go for FIP. So FIP, they have a different antimicrobial stewardship program, maybe they will allow you. But sometimes they said, no, you are biotechnology, they will allow only M.Pharm pharmacy practice or pharmacology. But I applied, and they asked, what is your aim? You want to come to USA? Then I put my aim. So these are the aim I want to come. Before that, I published 2 papers also regarding this antibiotic. So they accepted, they invited me. So the whole program sponsored by the concerned university. And I enjoyed really 45 days in the big hospital. That is a very, very, very big hospital in the US. And I went to even community also. And I surprised the community how they are restricting usage of the antibiotics. It is not possible in our city also. But even in the rural area, people are more conscious about usage of the antibiotics. So like that, you have to try, you have to go back of the resource people. Definitely they will respond, then you will get the more interaction. Based on that, you will go for the collaborations. That's way you can contribute to your institutions. Okay, once you are, even the initials, you all are 5, 6 experienced people. If you go with one collaboration with very big laboratory peoples, definitely the institution head or management will appraise you in terms of your promotions or salary. Nowadays, management people are looking. They are looking, so I want more person who is contributing for development of our institution. They will give all other aspects, not only based on only the degree or the number of years experience. Somewhat they will consider. But this and all part, you can impress your management or your head of the institution. like fifth criteria in NBA, totally infrastructures. But when they come for evaluation, 30% of the evaluation, the infrastructure facilities they will assess thoroughly, because okay, this infrastructure facilities they will see as per norms how many labs you are having, what are the instruments you are having, whether you are having the logbook and individual instrument logbook. So you have any handbook is there, or service register is there, or calibration document is there. So they will check everything in the visit. Each lab they will check, and they may interact with any two departments extensively. Not all departments, two departments they will have interaction with extensively A to Z. A to Z. Last 5 years now they may ask any year you bring the documents of lab manuals or job card. The whole process they will ask. That is a responsibility of the department HOD and faculty. You have to show all the 5 years documents. So library, previously. So library also, again, they're asking 5 years, what are the upgradations. Particularly they look all pharmacopoeias, BP, USP, all pharmacopoeia, and how it is utilized for the students. Whether you have a library management system, they will assess 5 years management system. With this journal, paperwork you cannot show any document. They will ask IT, how you are implementing IT in the library systems. You have to show all in your IT sources. Then clinical and laboratory learning sources. This is mainly for hospital visit, and IT infrastructure they look in the computer laboratory and campus infrastructures. Here the seventh criteria it is there. It is not present in the NBA. They ask green environment. That is, we have weightage for green environment in the NAC accreditation. I will come to you later. Next. Time management. So I will complete 2 o'clock. We'll finish up. I think again this is criteria 7, like student support, student progression, and students' participation in activities. And the NBA, they don't have much importance for students' participation. Here, the 5 years you have to show the students' participation in the other colleges, seminars or conferences, and they have marks for achievement in the national international level, not local level. National international level, whether the students got any awards, prizes, they may give the marks. Next. This is like criteria 9. It's an institutional. First one is the criteria 1, vision and leadership. That's organization structure. And the strategy development and deployment. It is a 5-year strategy. We have to show 5-year strategy, what strategy we have planned 5 years before, and each year how we have changed the strategy and what is the outcome for based on our strategy. And faculty empowerment strategies means they are asking how empower the faculties, means by incentives or extra, means how empower the faculty by the head of the institution or management. And financial management, that is based on budget and IQAC. Next. This is the last one, the institutional values and social responsibilities, which is not there in the NBA. Okay, so here they ask whether you are having the, what is the energy consumption, of what step you have taken to reduce using the green energies, like whether you are having any solar light, in the campus itself, how many solar lights you are having. You have to show 5 years, what is the EB charge you have paid, and every year when you use solar panel, what is you have any biogas, and particularly they are very particular about the women's side. The ladies asked whether you are having the napkin dispensing system or napkin disposable system. Incinerator is there, so they are particular about disposable of even our college side. How the chemistry labs, drainage, how you are using, drainage, how you are disposing. We are disposing into direct ground level, whether you are having any STP. So these all are there in mandatory. So we need to show some, because they know very well what chemicals you are using. So when you are using this experiment, how the drainage are, how the materials are disposed to the outside. So that methodology we have to go years. Best practice means not regular practice. We have to show we presented our year. We have to show we presented our year. When I allot one mentor, as long as that faculty is there, they are mentor for this, that faculty is there, they are mentor for the next 4 years. So that plus point is highlighted. Okay, you put the same faculty for 4 years as a mentor. That is a advantage of because the students and parents also will get more frequency. Every time they no need to interact with all the faculties, only one mentor, they will get all the messages. If what is the unique thing is, whatever I want to convey to the parents, we convey through the mentor only. Either class coordinator or academic coordinator or principal. So any fees related or performance related, we will convey to the mentor. The mentor will convey to the parents because they are so frequently communicating to the parents. So it is easy to communicate, easy to convince the parents also. So that is a unique thing we have highlighted. And another thing is, we put journal club. Journal club is the best practices. Journal club, what we are practicing. So we asked faculty members, 15 days once, Saturday, we put exclusively for the journal club. Faculty members rotation, they have to present the papers. So that latest published papers, they have to present. That also we showed as a best practices. So this is up to you. So your institution, you have any other unique things or any extraordinary things that you have to plan, you have to show for 5 years, not only one time. 5 years you have to show this best practices. The last one, institutional distinctness. This we have to show finally what is our institutional unique than other colleges. So we have around 96 colleges. So we have to show our unique thing. We have to explain our committee peoples. So that this all, I hope you gone through the procedure. So now, so whether it is a difficult process, nothing. When it is difficult, so when we plan 6 months or 1 year before, it is very difficult, definitely. So when you plan at least this kind of process, when you are having NBA, so another 2 years only you have to compile the documents. Okay, so it's very easy, only things. So this all I summarized. So for NAC and NBA, I clubbed and summarized. These are the things we have to prepare. So goals and objective, program option, faculty information, placement details, application of staff and students. Next. Admission policy and process, academic calendar, then examination, others, schedule and procedure, infrastructure facilities, learning. This all I compile. These all documents. If you start preparing, then next 3 years, if you prepare these documents, prepare means no need to do separately. Whatever we are doing the day-to-day work, you have to compile, keep the documents. Because nowadays, every time they are asking, if you show the photo, they are saying whether the geotag is there. The another thing is, if you have Instagram, Facebook, you post as soon as you complete your process, as soon as you complete the events, then that give more weightage. Okay, that you cannot manipulate, no? So even date, time, everything is. When you say my Instagram, you can see our all activities, no? They will come to know, okay, really you have done it. And mail communications like placement, because they accept your ordinary manual also, but more value when you give this mail or Instagram, no? They say, okay, more authentication. Authentication is there, they will get the 100% weightage marks. Again, this is a fee structure and committees. That also I forgot to explain that committees is a major role. So we like academic committee, or we have different committees now. Sport committee, extracurricular committee, co-curricular committee, placement committee, alumni committee. Now people are asking anti-ragging committee, gender sensitization committee. This all we have to give in the academic calendar, keep committees, who is the responsible, and what is the frequency of the meeting, and what is the minutes of the meeting. That will give more values. And the alumni association, that plays major role. They are asking alumni association, what is the financial contribution? If you show alumni, so and so, I have 500 alumni, and we met yearly twice. That's whether your alumni is, first you have to get approval. society approval. One is mandatory. Second one is how many lakhs your alumni people contributed for your institution. Okay, so that is also will give weightage is there. So that is it is possible, because whenever you ask any eminent people passed out from your institution, definitely they will sponsor that. Any even infrastructure, purchasing instruments, or sponsoring to the students, poor students, or whenever students are going for higher studies without money, many people are struggling. That point you have to write. So if you have 5 lakhs sponsored from alumni each year, that will give more weightage. Next. And that, as I said, the project periodical monitoring, we need to constitute college level research advisory committee to encourage and guide applying for research project and monitor research work done. That is also mandatory. So we have our committee. Even faculty, they want to send the paper for publication also. First they have to get approval from our research advisory committee. That is for improvement. If any affiliation problem is there, any that quantum of work is not adequate, then we'll suggest to add this parameter, so that we'll suggest even the journal also. Our research advisory committee will give the suggestion, because without Scopus or Web of Science, your publication will be waste. Okay, when you apply publications, you have to particularly about the journals. Okay, then that and all will be given, suggestion will be given by the research advisory committees. Without advisory committee screening, you cannot go for any publication, even proposal submissions. So that methodology we are having, and providing assistance to staff for filing patents. That is also important. We have individual patents, so real patents. Nowadays I know WhatsApp, they are asking second position is vacant, third position is vacant, fourth position vacant. If you pay 2,500, we'll give the patent. That is a part for maintaining your biodata. But really, if you want to get your patent, it is possible. It is possible. You just your department faculty join together and go for filing patents. That committee also will sponsor. And creation of student council and appointment of teacher council as a particularly they are asking the girl students whether lady councillors are there. That is a NAC mandatory. So lady councillors are there for monitoring students' activity in the hostels. That they have to maintain the mentors' books also. And creation of placement and career guidance cells. And we have to maintain all registers. This as per now, as I said, registers plus post in the social media, that will give evidence. Next. And you always get feedback from now you know the website we have alumni feedback or any other stakeholders feedback. So that feedback also you have to maintain consistently. Then rest of things are common. So telephone, safe drinking water, toilet facilities. And as I said, there is a teacher ward system, mentor system. And undertaking the community activities. They are asking the NSS activity in the 7th criteria, last criteria. So how many NSS activities you have done? We don't know NSS activity. Nowadays, MJ University, they are not giving NSS activity, but we have our Rotary Club. So Rotary Club, in the city club, they are giving provision to the starting like Rotary Club of the ERODE College of Pharmacy. We ask students to register. And the banner of Rotary Club, they can do so many activities. We have Rotary Club of Karpam College of Pharmacy. At least yearly 6 events they used to perform. Recently they got best Rotary Club among the college levels, even engineering, arts and pharmacy. So they got best level, best college among the Rotary Club. Next. Again, this biosafety and professional body, this also membership, you all in the initial stage, at least yearly one membership, try to become a membership. Okay, either APTA or IPA, IPGA. Okay, at least every year one body you can try, at least 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 is there. So it is having more weightage. And you have membership, then you have more interactions. Like whenever you apply any fund also, it will give some identity. You are the IPA life member, or you are the APTA member, or you are the FBI members. Next. So that's all. I hope you all lunch time வந்து முன்னாடி கொஞ்சம் வந்துட்டேன், பசியிலே கேட்டிருப்பீங்க. பட் இருந்தாலும் யூ ஆல் எதுவுமே தெரியாமல் வந்து டீச் பண்ணால் இட்ஸ் வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட். பட் யூ ஆல்ரெடி ஹேவிங் NBA ப்ராசஸ் இருந்தனால I hope you got some idea regarding this NAC process. But the final my message is, it is not for sometimes management, sometimes people are saying this for our frame, and I want to put my college is accredited. But being a faculty, we have to strive for the quality of the educations. Whenever I ask my staff also, saying, because when I started my career, we did not have that kind of guideship or guidance, proper guidance. Our responsibility, you have to attend the classes. You have to take 1 hour class, that's all. And I have to write in the logbook, that's all. But nowadays system is not there. They are not bothered. What is the output you are extracting from the students? Okay, that you take class or you mentor this class, that is a things, but that depends on the faculties. We are giving this, like for example, simple things, so I will conclude. There are some, for making one recipe, we are giving raw materials for all the peoples. Okay, but finally we see the final output, all are not same. Na? Raw materials are same, methodology is same, but கிடைக்கிற அவுட்புட் வந்து டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருக்கும். தட் இஸ் யார் செய்கிறாங்களோ அவங்களை பொறுத்து தான். ஸோ தட் வி ஆல் whenever you go for a classes, you have to think that is my responsibility for improving quality of education. That will lead to our profession also. Whenever we produce our students, they perform well in the society, they are always proud. Okay. So finally, I thank Dr. Sambat Kumar sir for taking this initiation for conducting 5 days, because it is not easy, because conducting 1 day, 2 days also very tough, and he has given platform for you peoples. Whenever I send my 2 staffs, voluntarily I told you go and attend the program. So this opportunity can have more interaction, and definitely this whatever we are taking here, definitely you will contribute to our institution and also our professions. I thank you all for your passion listening. Thank you. Thank you.
So good afternoon. அனைவரும் கொஞ்ச நேரம் குட் ஈவினிங் ஆயிரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ வெரி சாரி, பிகாஸ் டியூ டு த சுச்சுவேஷன் இட் வில் பி டிலே ஃபார் 1 hour. ஏன்னா நம்ம ட்ரெயின் வந்து ஃப்ளைட்டெல்லாம் டிலே ஆனால் அது நம்ம கஷ்டப்படுறதில்ல. பட் இங்கே கிளாஸ் கொஞ்சம் டிலே ஆனால் நம்ம பசங்கனாலும் சரி ஸ்டாப் பண்ணாலும் இட் இஸ் வெரி ஹெக்டிக். பட் அந்த பசியை விட அறிவு பசி வந்து நம்மளுக்கு அதிகமாக இருக்குது. அதனால் வி எக்ஸ்டெண்டட் 1 hour. ஸோ எனிவே ஆன் பிஹாஃப் ஆஃப் அவர் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட், காலேஜில் பிஃபார்மில் சீனியர் 1 year சீனியர், என்னுடைய இப்போலாம் ரேக்கிங்கெல்லாம் பயங்கரமாக இருக்கும். அந்த ரேக்கிங்லேருந்து ப்ரொடக்ட் பண்ண ரேக்கிங்கெல்லாம் பயங்கரமாக இருக்கும். அந்த ரேக்கிங்லேருந்து ப்ரொடக்ட் பண்ண ஒரே சீனியர் இவர் தான். இல்லைன்னா நான் வந்து அங்கே படிச்சிருக்க மாட்டேன். நான் வேறு கோர்ஸ் ஏதாவது ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸோ வேறு இன்ஜினியரிங்கோ சேர்ந்துருப்பேன். நான் போய் முடியலை அப்படின்னு வீட்டுக்கு ஓடி வந்துட்டேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் பேரண்ட்ஸ் மறுபடியும் கொண்டு போய் விட்டு இவர்கிட்ட விட்டு he will protect me. ஸோ அந்த ஒரு அரௌண்ட் 35 years 40 years ஆச்சு. 40 years we have a good relationship with Dr. Mogan. He is one of ஒரு கைடு. எல்லாமே ஏதாவது கேட்கணுன்னா இவருக்கு தான் ஃபோன் பண்ணி கேட்குறேன். ஸோ ஒரு காலேஜை வந்து இன்ஸ்டியூஷனை வந்து மேனேஜ் பண்ணுறது இட் இஸ் வெரி டஃப். இப்போ 2 காலேஜையும் பிரின்ஸிபலாக ஒரு இஸ் ஆல்சோ கோயிங் டு பி அ chairman of AMC College, Karmuthambatti. On behalf of management, all the faculty members, we are really congratulations for your new assignment. அதான் நான் சொன்னேன், எங்கே வேலை இல்லைன்னா சார் நாங்கள் வந்துடுறோம், நீங்கள் வேலை கொடுத்துருங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன். நாட் ஃபார் மீ ஒன்லி, எவ்ரிபடி. சரிங்களா? எல்லாமே இங்கே இருக்கணும், நல்லா இருக்கணும்னு ஆசை. அங்கே கோயம்புத்தூர் ஏதாவது ஷிஃப்ட் ஆகிற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சுன்னா you try to approach Dr. Mogan. can get your job anytime in AMC. Okay, on behalf of all the members, faculty members, I thank once again. Thank you, sir.
I would like to sincerely thank you for a detailed note you provided on accreditation, sir. Your explanation was both timely and valuable. Thank you once again, sir, for sharing your experience. I request our principal, Dr. Sambat Kumar, sir, to honor our Dr. Morgan, sir. Please, sir.
ஸோ நோ லஞ்ச் முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு 2:30 வரலான்னு சொல்லான்ட்டு இருந்தேன். 2:40 வில் ஆன்லைன் செஷன் ஒன்லி. இட்ஸ் எ மோர் இன்ட்ராக்டிவ் செஷன். அதனால் யாராவது மத்தியானம் டயர்டுன்ட்டு போயிடாதீங்க, வந்து அட்டன் பண்ணுங்கள். மேபி மேக்ஸிமம் 1.5 hours, அரௌண்ட் 2:30 to 3:30, 4:15 முடிச்சுடுவார். 1.5 hours. யூ ட்ரை டு கம் இன் ஷார்ப் 2:40. நீங்கள் டிலே ஆயிடுச்சின்னா மறுபடியும் 5 மணி ஆகிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்புகள் உண்டு. அதனால் டக்குன்னு சாப்பிட்டு வந்துடுங்க. தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் ஆல் தி பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ்.